If you guys have been following along with this build, you know that my goal is to make this CRM do everything I need in the box without having to use any external sites, even when it comes to email marketing. And that is exactly what I built into the platform. Now, as you can see in the menu over here, we can actually add a new client. We can add a business name, a website, and their preferred tone, etc. This will be used in actually creating their email templates. Next, we can actually add new contacts as well and tags. So for an example, I can click on my own profile here, add contacts, which are all listed down here as well, see what tags they have, as well as important information like their birthday so that I can send discount codes or happy birthday messages that keep them feeling like family. We can see when they signed up, how many emails were sent, and how many emails were opened as well. Under templates, we can actually create new email templates, either creating them ourselves or generating them with AI. So for an example, I can show you this one that was created. Next, we have campaigns. I built this out very similar to kit.com. We have our broadcast, drafts, scheduled, processing, published, and our sequences. So broadcasts are one-off messages. Think about it as in when you're sending out an email blast to your whole list. That's what we're using broadcast for. Sequences are more so going to be when somebody signs up for your list, there's a sequence of emails that follow. So I'm just going to show you guys, for an example, this template that was created. As you can see, all the Vernon Tech branding, and it's programmed to collect the first name that's listed on the contacts field. And it has all of these buttons set up already, all of these areas, and of course, the social media icons down here in the footer. The cool thing as well is once an email is sent out, we can see the status, we can see the recipients, opened, failed. And if we go over to sequences, what we can see is that I currently have one active, but let's act as though we are creating a new one. Let's name this test number 2. So inside of sequences, we can track subscribers, open rate, click rate, unsubscribers, and total sent. We also have an active and non-active toggle, which means that if it's not active, it will not trigger the sequence. If it is active, it will. Next, we have the qualification rules. So contact must have all of these tags. So for an example, I can mix and match these tags, such as, let's say somebody used the keyword build, but then I also wanted to make sure they had come from TikTok. I can do these two tags together, which means that now it will filter my list for people who have both of these. Now, let's say I'm trying to target the opposite. Like, let's say, for an example, I had a tag of paying customers, right? Let's say I didn't want to target anyone who's already purchased from me. I wanted to only target people who, came from free traffic. Well, then I could also use that here, for an example, with that tag. Next, we can actually set a time window for sending. So if we don't want to send overnight because people may not see the email, we can set this time for any time frame we would like to. And down here, we can actually create a new email in the sequence. So as you can see right now, it says sends immediately after enrollment. We can change this to minutes, hours, or days, and then we can also change this to anything we want. So for example, I could say 2 minutes after enrollment. We can do a subject line, preview text, and even use a template. And down here, we can also program the CTA button to say get access or anything else we want, and then also the link to our website. So here's a live preview. Next, we can actually come over to tag context. Now, this is something that I wish other email marketing CRMs actually had, and it's explaining what the actual tag is for. So for an example, my build tag is for leads interested in building CRMs, AI automations, websites, etc. for their own business and looking for info and resources. Now, why is this important? Well, the thing is, now I can actually use AI that knows about my business and say things such as create different campaigns or sequences, email sequences for my build tag. And now instead of it just being a random tag, it has context with it. And with this context and everything else Claude knows about my business, well, it now can build out emails and all kind of PDFs, etc., specifically for these customers. If you would like to learn how to build something like this, I'm teaching you how to do it in 5 days. Click the link in the bio to get access to the guide. This is completely free.